Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm your host Jamie and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. I am excited. Okay, so the theme of this episode is Am I the Asshole subreddit? Alright. We do this kind of often, but hey, it's okay. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like this theme, but I feel like a lot of people like the Am I the Assholes? So let's get started on the first story. The title of the first story is Am I the Asshole for Destroying My Best Friend's Proposal Because I Believed She Was Being Kidnapped? So, this actually happened last weekend, and I'm still shaking. My best friend Emily, 29 female, has been dating her boyfriend Chris, 31 male, for about 4 years. I, 28 female, love her to death, and I've always supported their relationship, even though Chris is eccentric. He loves surprises and stuff. Think flash mobs and scavenger hunts that no one asked for. Anyway, I was visiting Emily. We were walking around catching up when this unmarked white van comes up next to us. Two masked men jump out and grab her. She begins screaming. I freak out. So I did what any sane, frightened human being would do. I grabbed my pepper spray, which is legal where I am, and yelled bloody murder and went wild. I sprayed one dude in the face, kicked another in the shin, and literally pulled Emily back by the coat while yelling for 911. Turned out it was Chris and two of his buddies. They were attempting this strange prank kidnapping into surprise proposal situation because Emily wanted a proposal like in the movies. Chris was yelling, crying over the pepper spray. Emily was scared while the cops arrived. It was chaotic. Now Chris is angry. He tells me I ruined the most significant moment of their lives and embarrassed him in front of everyone. Emily tells me she understands why I freaked out, but wishes that I would read the room. But how was I going to know? It seemed real. She was crying, they had masks, and it was a literal van. Everyone's acting like I overreacted, but I genuinely thought that she was being trafficked. Am I the asshole for spoiling the proposal? I'm sorry. First of all, did she mean she wanted to be kidnapped when she said she wanted a proposal like the movies? Because I highly doubt that's what she meant. And if she did, I'm scared of that. If she did, then it would probably be best for the boyfriend to let the friend she's going to be with know that that's going to happen so that doesn't happen, so that she doesn't call 911. But yeah, you should call 911 if someone is jumping out of a white van kidnapping your friend with ski masks on and she's screaming. Yep, pretty sure that you should call 911. What? There's no read the room. Oh, I'm pretty sure that I was reading it and you were getting kidnapped, so sorry I misread. Oh my god. Okay. Some of the comments. Not the asshole. Chris is a moron. If he intended to kidnap her to propose, he needed to make sure that whoever was with her would know. If he's stupid enough to think a friend would just stand there while random strangers try to kidnap their friend, then he's a fool. How can you read the room? You're not psychic. From what I can tell, the room consisted of a white van and three masked men trying to take a woman off the street. The woman is screaming. What more is there to read? Exactly. Good thing for Chris's friends, OP wasn't armed with a real weapon. You don't F with people's safety. And not just OP, but bystanders too. In Texas, something like 10% of people conceal carry, so depending on where this happened, it could have been so much worse. I mean, I don't understand why that would be your proposal. Why would that be your proposal? A surprise proposal? Yeah, maybe like a flash mob. Sure. A kidnapping? Oh, yeah, on the day your dad proposed, he kidnapped me into a white van and his friends wore ski masks. So romantic, beautiful, wow. So just know that if your friend is getting kidnapped in the future, don't call 911 because they might be getting proposed to. I'm just actually dead at that. That's the silliest little story I've ever read. Okay, the title of the next story is Am I the Asshole for Telling My Ex's Girlfriend She Isn't Special and He Will Do It to Her Too? I, 30 female, was only married to my ex-husband, 32 male, for 2 years. We dated for a little over a year before we married. When we were dating, everything was fine. He had a lower libido than me, but I was fine with how often he wanted to have sex, about 2 to 3 times a week. Once we got married, that gradually went to maybe twice a month, and then nada. The last time he and I had sex was my birthday. My birthday is April 24th, so almost a year now. I asked him to see a doctor. I asked him if there was anything I could do. I tried everything I could think of. He wasn't on medication, he just wasn't interested in it. I ended up starting the divorce because I'm not living the rest of my life like this. When I started the divorce, his ex wife asked to meet with me and said she hadn't wanted to get involved earlier because she didn't know if I was asexual as well, but that he had done the same thing to her and the girlfriend before her. We are still working on the divorce. Thankfully, it is a fairly easy process since we weren't married long and none of our assets were merged bank accounts, property, etc. We also don't have any children together. Anyway, he is now dating a woman named Amy, 24. Amy has shown up to every divorce hearing lately and acts smug about it like she's winning some sort of prize. She has told me he has sex with her all the time and I just wasn't meeting his needs. I ended up telling her he did the same exact thing to me. He did it to his other ex-wife and he did it to the girlfriend before her. She isn't special, and give it a few months, he won't continue this. He is asexual. He is just trying to lock her in before he goes cold on her. She looked shocked and just said she doubts that, then left. Later, my ex called and was pissed. He said she's thinking about leaving after what I said and has gotten in contact with some of his exes. I don't really feel sorry for him because it's underhanded and assholish to do that to people, but I do kind of feel bad for ruining his relationship. I told him he should stop doing this and find someone who is also asexual or he will never be happy in a relationship. I'm not sure if I was an a-hole for telling her, but I felt like she should know he is doing the same thing to her that he did to us, and I wish someone would have told me before I married him. I wasn't super nice about it because she pissed me off, but still, I felt like she should know that she wasn't special and wouldn't fix him. That's crazy. To me, the thing that was crazy was she said he had a lower libido and it was fine with how often he wanted it, which was 2 to 3 times a week. Silence, crickets, because 2 to 3 times a week is a low libido to you. Oh God, what would you call mine? Like underground libido or something? Because girl, 2 to 3 times a week is crazy. That's a high one to me. To me, that is in heaven, high up in the sky libido. Like, I don't know. I'm not I mean, I don't think that it's like, obviously, you shouldn't be tricking people into thinking that that's like what's going to happen. And then you all of a sudden end up never wanting to be intimate with them again. Cause that's like, I know that that's very important in a relationship. But I agree. Like, why not just find someone else that's asexual so that then you can be happy in your relationship? Because that's obviously never going to work, especially if you're with someone that has a high libido. Like, if you're with someone that has a super high libido and then you're literally asexual, I mean, maybe you could find someone that has like a low libido that likes to have sex maybe once in a while. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. It's interesting to me that I guess he just forces himself to do it in the beginning. I don't really know what like asexual actually entails. That just means you just never want to have sex, right? Or engage in any like sexual activities. Let me know. If you're asexual, let me know. Because I'm not asexual because I do like once in a while I'm like feel sexual and I do like kissing and stuff like that and I am sexually attracted to my partner. It's just I never get the urge. But like when it's happening, I enjoy it. Does that make sense? Cuz like does an asexual person just not enjoy it at all? Like when it's happening? Okay, let me know. Let me know. Thank you for research purposes. Okay. The top comment says, not the asshole. She was smug. You told her the truth. If he keeps doing the same thing, that's on him, not you. If she's upset, that's on her for not wanting to listen to the warning signs. It sounds like it's the ex that's having the issue and that the new girlfriend is apparently managing to connect with other exes he has. She seems to have taken it to heart, and that's why he's pissed. Oh, wait, someone said, another asexual here. Being asexual doesn't entitle you to trick other people into being with you by straight up lying about your sex drive. Plenty of women have little to no drive, whether they are asexual or not. Find one of those, or at least be open from the beginning. Oh, okay, then this other person said, as an ace person, I can tell you it's near impossible to find other asexual people you're compatible with, depending on where you live. I've talked to some ace people who've made open relationships work, and sometimes you'll find an otherwise non-ace person okay with it. This is one of those things you have to be honest and upfront about, including how much you're willing to compromise for your partner. It kind of sounds like OOP's ex isn't in the willing to compromise category at this point, which is fine, taken out of context. I'm the same way. He needs to accept who he is, find a place where he is willing to compromise or get more involved in the community to make lots of friends and other kinds of connections. A pet could help too. I do hope that OOP's ex has been to a couple doctors over the years, though, and has also looked into mental health stuff. It sounds like he wants a long-term healthy relationship. It would be tragic if the only thing standing between him and a normal life was a little treatment. T. That's a very good perspective to give. I like that. I like that person. Thank you. Okay, the title of the next story is Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Tell My Parents Where My Sister is Buried? I, 28 male, had an older sister, Lily, who passed away last year. We were incredibly close growing up, but our home life was not great. Our parents were extremely controlling, obsessed with appearances, and cruel behind closed doors. Lily felt this the most, especially when she started to rebel. When she turned 18, she left the house with nothing but a backpack and cut off all contact with them. They portrayed her as a lost cause and told people she was a drug addict, mentally ill, and dangerous. None of this was true. She just wanted a life away from them. We secretly kept in touch. She changed her name, moved to another city, and built a quiet, peaceful life for herself. She never asked for money. She never hurt anyone. She just wanted to be left alone. Last year, she passed away from sudden illness. It was devastating. She made me promise that I wouldn't let her anywhere near her. Wait, what? I'm assuming that's not what they meant. She made me promise that I wouldn't let them anywhere near her. Not to her grave, not to her memory, not to anything. She didn't want a funeral. She wanted to be buried in a quiet, unmarked place, and she made me swear I would never tell them where. I respected her wishes. I paid for everything, kept it to myself, and didn't tell our parents that she had even died until weeks later. When I finally did, they went crazy. They said that I was a monster, that I was keeping them from grieving, that I had no right to keep their daughter from them. They begged me, sometimes calmly, sometimes with massive threats, to tell them where she was. I will not do that. I will not break that promise. Since then, they have spoken out publicly on social media, claiming that I am mentally unstable, accusing me of hiding a body, and announcing they will take legal action. The extended family is torn. Some think that I did the right thing. Others say I'm playing God. But the truth is, they buried it long before I did. Edit, a couple years ago, they stole my phone and went through it, finding photos of her and her family. My sister knew it had happened because I told her, but names, ages, and whereabouts are kept secret, and it has come to my attention that a lot of people have been asking why I told my parents she died because she allowed me to. She was fine with it because she liked the thought of making them feel that pain of never being able to have her in their lives. So they would stop pushing me and spreading lies about her. And to repeat, I had contact with my sister, but my parents did not. Am I the asshole because I kept the location of my sister's funeral secret from our parents? No. Like what? No. Obviously not. I mean, that's what your sister wanted. She didn't want your parents anywhere near anything to do with her. So that's her decision and that should be honored. Like that's no one else's decision to make. She made that decision and she's not here to be able to like make sure that happens. So yeah, that is your responsibility to keep that secret and they can go literally F themselves. Like sorry that you were terrible parents and you were such terrible parents that you made your daughter want to run away, change her name, never talk to you again, and then not even let you know where she was buried. Like it seems like you dug your own grave, no pun intended, but Storytime Society is now available on all listening platforms. If you are on any of those listening platforms, I would really appreciate it if you rated me 5 stars. Thanks for all the support. Comments. I would do exactly like your sister did and burn the bridges with your parents. You don't need that negativity in your life, not the asshole. Please stay the course and do not break that promise. I agree. I think she should 100% go no contact with these pieces of crap. Exactly. His sister found peace. OP should strive to do the same while he has time and life to enjoy it. These people who call themselves parents are entitled to absolutely nothing from him. OP, you're awesome. Totally not the asshole. Further, take screenshots of these social media posts about your parents' false claims about you and take them to court for libel? I don't know. Those false statements are defamation of your character and could potentially screw you over in your current and future career. Really put the screws to them. Your parents are the monsters and they should be slapped down in civil court. Yeah, to be on social media saying that you're hiding a body, that sounds like you're a murderer and you're like hiding a body in your backyard or something. That's a wild statement to make. I would be absolutely suing. Agreed. If you feel that you want to continue contact with your parents, OP, you could tell them that some random but reasonable location is where your sister is buried. Alternatively, you could say that she was cremated and her ashes were scattered somewhere. They could make their peace or whatever, and your promise to your sister will be kept. You're not a monster, OP. It's lovely that you respect your sister's wishes. OP's sister didn't want them to have that peace. They don't deserve it, and giving it to them goes against her final wishes. They are experiencing the consequences of their actions, and it's not for OP to go against the final wishes of a loved one or to console them for their failures as parents. I genuinely do get where you're coming from, and I see how the lie could make things easier for OP, but honestly, it would be immoral to tell them to lie to them or to do anything to provide them with the peace that OP's sister deliberately and consciously refused to give them. Her wishes will always be more important than the feelings of the people that abused and harmed her, and OP has done something truly good and right by keeping his word to protect his sister's final resting place, while ensuring that his parents feel the pain that they brought upon themselves by being so cruel that his sister's only option was to vanish out of their lives with only a backpack. In my opinion, abusers don't deserve peace, but especially unearned peace, and it will take away from OP's peace to disrespect his sister like that. 1000%. Cannot agree more with that comment. Such a good comment. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The title of the next story. Am I the asshole for turning my sister away for the second time after she slept with the father of my children while I was with him and then came to me when he cheated and passed on STDs to her? I, 27 female, have 3 children with my now ex, Con, 29 male. 10 months ago, my sister, 26 female, confessed that she and Con had slept together the week before, and she said she regretted it and needed us to be okay. She told me it was a mistake, and she got caught up in a moment because she had a crush on Con, and she needed me to not hate her for it. That she loved me and wanted us to make things work. Con didn't even try to deny it. He told me he'd been sleeping around for years and that he slept with my sister more than once. My sister denied it strongly. I broke up with him immediately and told her to get lost. I said I never wanted to see her again, and that she disgusted and repulsed me, and I didn't care how bad she felt. I wanted her to feel bad. I wanted her to hurt, and she would never hurt as much as I was right then, so forget about me. I got checked after I broke up with Con to make sure he didn't give me anything with all that cheating. I was negative for all STDs, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. With the amount of cheating he talked about, I'm still surprised I didn't catch anything. She ended up dating him because I rejected her, or that was the story that she told others. She said she felt guilty and needed some good to come from this because clearly I would never give her the time of day again, and that's true. I swore to myself that I would not forgive her, even through therapy, I have become more secure in the belief that what she did broke our relationship beyond repair, and regardless of whether it was one time, which I don't believe, or a full affair, it was wrong and will never come back from it. I really don't care what happens to her, and if she died tomorrow, I would not grieve or make an appearance at her funeral. I Recently, my sister found out Khan had cheated on her, and he didn't only cheat, but he passed along some STDs. I don't know specifics. I believe she's also waiting to make sure he didn't give her HIV, although I can't say I paid enough attention to know if that was a big concern or just them being cautious. But she thought that experience would make me more forgiving of her. She was wrong. She showed up at my place, and I shut the door in her face without saying a word. She showed up at our brother's house while I was heading inside, and he shooed her, but she told me how sorry she was again and how scared she was and how much she needed me. I ignored her and kept going, and our brother told her that she wasn't welcome. She tried again, and this time I did respond. I told her I do not care, and if anything, she deserves everything she got after what she did, and how stupid she was in the end. She told me she needed me and that she was scared. I told her just like when I found out my partner of 8 years and the father of my children was cheating, and I could have used my sister, only she betrayed me as well by cheating with him. She said it was one time, and she would have been there for me, and I told her I didn't want her disgusting self to touch me, because I said that's how I saw her, now a disgusting backstabber. I told her I don't care if he's given her every STD under the sun, because I want nothing to do with her, and she can die in whole for all I care. I haven't seen her since. Apparently, she's very distraught, and she's also the topic of gossip in our social circles. She lost most of our shared friends, and a few have shared a similar sentiment to me on her. But a couple have asked me if I don't feel a little bad for being so cruel to her and turning her away a second time, even after all her apologies. They said they felt like I should have found a way to work through this because we were close for such a long time, and sisters are for life, or whatever stupid crap they said. I don't feel guilty. I don't even feel bad for her or have any kind of empathy. Am I the asshole, though? No. What the hell? Don't ever expect me to forgive you when you're the one who slept with my partner and you're my sister. Of all people, you're my sister. Like, obviously, it's terrible for a friend to do that as well, but for a sister to betray you like that is 10 times worse, in my opinion. Like, that's family. That's my family. And I also have kids with this guy, and clearly you knew what you were getting yourself into because this guy said that he cheated on me so many times, and you still decided to be with him. And also to be like, please forgive me, please forgive me. Oh, you don't forgive me? Okay, then I'm gonna go be with this guy. No. What you should have done is, please forgive me, please forgive me. Oh, you won't forgive me? Okay, I'm gonna go work on myself and then I'm gonna hope and pray that you forgive me one day. But like, you just dug your hole even deeper. Even if she would have never forgiven you, even if OP would have never forgiven this girl in the first place, if she truly meant that she was sorry, she would have never ended up dating her ex. And then, like, it's so stupid to me. It's, if you know that someone's a serial cheater, why are you gonna date them? Why are you gonna date them? And not only that, but he was with your sister, and he has kids with your sister, and he cheated on her. What makes you think that you're so special that he's not gonna cheat on you? Like, he's gonna cheat on you because it's not about anyone but him. I don't understand people. Like, please, girls, genuinely stay away from serial cheaters. If their last relationship they cheated heavily on their partner, sayonara. Next. Like, don't talk to this man because you're getting yourself into a bad situation. And I don't think that it's like, oh, no one can be redeemed ever for like cheating, but I think if you're a serial cheater and you cheated multiple times and you didn't even like bat an eye about it, you were just like, yep, I cheated on you and I cheated on you so many times, girl. Like, screw you, I don't care. And he was the father of her children. The standards have to be so low for that. And I feel bad. No, I don't. Do I? No, I do feel bad because obviously she has no self-worth and like that is sad and that is something that she needs to work through. But like, you're so screwed up if you do that to anyone. Anyone. You're screwed up if you don't even know the person. If you are the reason that like, if you go and sleep with someone, even if you didn't even know this person's partner, but you knew that he had a partner, you're home wrecking a relationship, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. Straight up. Okay. The first comment says, not the asshole. She was likely banging him for ages. She didn't care enough about you nor your kids not to be one of the many women he cheated with. Karma's a biatch. OP said, that's what I think. She still swears it was once, but even once is one time too many. Exactly. Once doesn't make a difference. This person said, exactly. One time or 1,000 makes no difference. She's worse than him. He's a POS, but she's supposed to be your sister who you had a close relationship with. Neither I nor my sisters have ever been caught up that we effed our sibling's partner, whether he was a dog or not. OP said, this is exactly it. I can't imagine crying about loving someone so much while betraying them in that kind of way. Crocodile tears. She likely wasn't bawling when she effed him, so she can go cry to someone who gives a shit. She decided to forego having someone who cared about her when she decided to spring her legs open for her nieces and nephew's dad. Exactly. This person said, nah, she hates you and is also very jealous of you as well. She wanted what you had and will repeat this offense again in the future if you let her back into your life. I don't think she wants that or back into her life anyways. This person said, our evangelical Christian babysitter's 16-year-old daughter swore she was a virgin and they only did it once, but couldn't tell them when she conceived. You tend to remember your first and only time. LOL. OP said you do, especially when it's your only time, supposedly. Wait, what does that mean? Our evangelical Christian babysitter's 16-year-old daughter swore she was a virgin and they only did it once but couldn't tell them when she conceived? Cripes. I'm in my 60s, male, married for over 40 years, a 35-year-old daughter, and my wife and I can remember the night our daughter was conceived, and by far, it wasn't our only time we had sex. It was a very fun evening. It was funny. We were with our daughter and her husband and a few of her friends. One of her friends just got pregnant and commented that when she conceived, it was a good time. My wife and I chuckled a bit, and someone asked what was so funny. We told them the night our daughter was conceived was a fun time too. We were pretty open with our daughter, but she gave us the look, rolled her eyes, laughed, and said, "We really don't need to know about it." Aw, that's cute. He's cute, little Grampy. If you want extra content weekly, head over to patreon.com/storytimesociety and become a member on there for extra content. Love you. That's so cute. Okay. That's the end of the story time. That is all of the stories that I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed them. Let me know what you thought about any of those in the comments, and if you have any suggestions on any themes that I should do. Some suggestions I get are almost like impossible for me to do, which I don't blame you guys for, but some of them are just really hard to find, like multiple stories with the same theme. Obviously, I'm going to keep them in mind, and if I come across those stories, I'll keep track of them and try to build an episode. But yeah, just so you guys know, like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying my hardest. But yeah, I have a Patreon where I put out content once a week, every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And I haven't missed a week, and I will never miss a week for you guys, okay? So if you want to become a Patreon member, the link is in the description below for extra content. And I also have a vlog channel that I started if you care about personal things with me and not like Reddit story related things. I'm going to be posting vlogs and just like chat with me's and anything really. I would love suggestions for what to post on that channel as well that you guys would like to see from me. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate all of your support all the time, always, and I am so grateful for every single view, comment, like, subscribe, like, literally so thankful, and I will continue to be so thankful as long as you guys continue to watch, because I wouldn't be anything without you guys, and I'm hoping to become better and better and improve content every day more and more, and hope that shows with and reflects with everything. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but I'm literally delusional. I gotta get out of here. Okay. Love you guys. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye. My merch is out. Yeah, but this is it. And this comes in pink, black, and white. If you want to get a little cute piece of merch, go grab one. Link is in the description to purchase. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.